The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have also hosted Ben Bredeson for a free agent visit. Former New York Giant, former Baltimore Raven in 2020. Ben Bredeson is a former fourth-round draft pick of the Baltimore Ravens. 6'5", 310 pounds. Is still very young. He's only 26 years old, will be 26 years old by the start of the upcoming season. And this is an interesting move. Ben Bredeson is a guy who has played left guard pretty much throughout the entirety of his career. He did play and start 16 games for the Giants in the 2023 season. He played in 11 games, started 8 for them in the 2022 season as well. He's got 45 games played, 25 games as a starter. Now, when I see this type of move, this really says to me a backup type of player, a guy who could be a fringe starter, but ultimately may just be a backup going forward. I say that because you take a look at the Pro Football Focus grade, 42.1. Not good. Not good at all, in my opinion. 56.7 in 2022. In 2021, it was a 56.2. In 2020, it was a 47.4. While Ben Bredeson is a guy who, yes, he went to Michigan, very highly touted school, especially in terms of some offensive linemen. But Ben Bredeson is a guy who, has had some starting opportunities here and there, but has not been the best player as a full-time starter. Where I think he could benefit is being more of a backup type of player, a guy who can play multiple positions, be a left guard, be a right guard. Maybe he can play center. I don't know. He's got a build of a center, 6'5", 310 pounds. But I don't know if the Buccaneers should fully rely on this person as a starting guard moving forward. To me, this feels more of a replacement for Nick Leverett, who the Buccaneers just lost in free agency to the New England Patriots. Possibly a replacement for Aaron Stinnie as well if they don't bring him back to the team in free agency. That is kind of the vibe I get from this type of signing. Ben Bredeson seems more like a backup versus a starter. A guy who, yes, could get you through some games and start some games for you if you need him to. Again, the past 2 years, he has started 24 games for the New York Giants between 2022 and the 2023 season. So that's good. That's a good notch for him to showcase, hey, he can start a lot of games if you need him to. But the Buccaneers would be suited, I think, to find upgrades elsewhere. I think Ben Bredeson is a guy that, again, I want to say this. I want to be as respectful as I can be, but it's more of a backup than a starter right now at this point, is how I view it. I think that the Buccaneers are going to continue to look at interior offensive linemen. I think that they obviously have interest in Ben Bredeson because they brought him in for a visit, but I think that the interest is in a role like a backup, like a rotational type player, like a guy who, again, is more of a replacement for a Nick Leverett, more of a replacement for possibly an Aaron Stinnie, and less so, maybe even more of a replacement for a guy like a Matt Filer, and less so, hey, let's sign this guy, boom, we've got our starting left guard. I don't even believe that Ben Bredeson is going to cost a lot of money if the Buccaneers were to try and bring him in. I don't necessarily know his market value, but he did play on a rookie contract. He is a guy that, if I had to guess, will not cost a lot of money. Maybe he does have some value because he has started so many games in the past couple of years, but he is coming off of a 4-year, $3.7 million rookie contract that he had with the Ravens and then eventually the Giants. I figure, given where he's at this point in his career, probably wouldn't cost a lot of money for him to bring him in and could be very cheap, young depth as well. So we'll see. But let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions about Ben Bredeson. Do you want to see him on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even as a backup, as a starter? Just let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I would love to hear them about what you think about Mr. Ben Bredeson and what you feel like his role could be with the Buccaneers. Again, like coming out of Michigan and being a fourth-round draft pick of the Baltimore Ravens, two places that, in my opinion, developed very strong offensive lines in Michigan and in the Baltimore Ravens. It's a good couple of organizations to be a part of that can prepare you for being an offensive lineman in the NFL. The Pro Football Focus numbers are one thing. His starting ability is an enticing thing, that he has started 24 games in the past 2 years for the Giants, but I just don't know if I view him as a pure starting left guard. Seems like more of a replacement for a Nick Leverett or an Aaron Stinnie than anything. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear it down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.